Hello guys, I'm Dmitri and we are right now in Meet.One office. I'm CMO of Meet.One Block Producer, and also we are doing different products on EOS ecosystem, and we are really excited to record videos and share knowledge with other people, share the things what we are doing here right now. Right now, today is 3rd of October, right?
It is.
And right now is national holidays in China. So I'm in China right now, and actually our office is empty, but actually people keep doing things on their phones or at home on their laptops. But I'm back to the office right now to record this video, to have this meeting with Matt. And Matt, nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure, Dmitri. I remember watching one of your previous interviews with Martin, and of course I've always been a fan of Meet.One. I did a white paper walkthrough a little while ago. We'll talk about the white paper for the project that you guys are working on, and I've been wanting to interview you for a while, so I appreciate you coming in on your day off and doing this with me. I guess to kind of kick it off, if that's okay, do you mind just kind of telling us a little bit about yourself, kind of where you grew up, how you came to find EOS, and of course how you ended up on the Meet.One team working in China?
Basically, I'm Ukrainian, living in China for about 5.5 years, can speak Chinese, have family over here, and before I did different business here in China, first my startup here was about the language. I had a language school over here. Because I came here, I cannot speak Chinese, so I decided to open my own Chinese language course. So what I did, I just find some foreigners and found some teachers in university, and we set up a small course on the island, because I'm living on the island, and here is no courses on the island. It's very inconvenient to go on the mainland, and getting back is not so nice. So we decided to make a school over here. It was called Orange Mandarin. And my purpose was to study Chinese and in the same time make business, earn money with that, and also share this thing with the friends, so more socialize. I did this thing. This project was not so profitable, but I got a good experience with that. After that, I realized that here is no many foreigners, so the market of the foreigners in Xiamen is not so big. I'm living in Xiamen, is the southern east of China, and it's pretty hot over here. I think it's same climate in this Costa Rica, kind of pretty similar.
Yeah.
And after that, I did different things. I was cooperating with a green energy company. We did different products for the engines, for the saving fuel. So I was cooperating with that project and did promotion for them. And later was in different language schools and helped to another corporation to make to open branches of their schools, kind of this thing. So it's one more educational sphere. And at the same time, I was active in acting here. I was an actor here in Xiamen. So kind of these things, have some plenty time to study new things. So 2016, I get into the crypto, and I was excited about that because I was excited first about the transferring money from one country to another country. Because I thought that the SWIFT transaction is not so convenient for me. So I was thinking how to make it more smoothly, better way. And after that, I started studying Bitcoin. And then one guy bring me a book. It was called Digital Gold from, what is the name? Digital Gold. I don't remember the author right now. But it's an amazing book. I started reading this book and I started to be really excited about Ethereum. That time was Ethereum time. So I saw Ethereum was $80 at the time. So I started buying that one time. And actually, I get into the crypto through the speculation. So in the beginning was speculation. I speculated on different coins. I tried to study the technology. I get into the deep in this summer things. In 2017, there was a really nice channel on YouTube from Ivan on Tech. Maybe you heard about this.
Of course.
And this guy would share good videos about the crypto. And basically, he was longer time than me in this. So I grabbed a lot of knowledge from him. Thank you, Ivan. If you look at this video, thank you. Really appreciate the knowledge you shared with me and other people. So from that time, I get into many projects and did fundraising for some projects. Just help them connect with the investors. Also give advices to different projects, and also was advisor in one project for pilots and pilot schools on crypto on blockchain. So basically, you're recording all data of the flights of the airplane on the blockchain, and the project is called ARON. The coin name ARN, and still exists. Pretty nice project. They just contacted me like 3 weeks ago, and they would like to transfer to EOS as well. So as you heard, the many things, many projects right now migrating from the Ethereum to EOS, and I think it's a very good sign for our blockchain.
Yeah, me too. It's so funny the way we're just talking in the pre-talk about the way that things move so fast. And I know it's kind of weird because I find that even though, I work with a few projects, even though some of the things that I've done previously weren't necessarily related to crypto, I've kind of taken skills from everywhere that have made me better in a lot of the roles that I serve. So I can kind of relate with you on that. I've been a big fan of Meet.One for a while for a few different reasons. We'll get into that, but it's cool to hear that Aaron is going to be doing some migration over to EOS. I don't blame them. I think that's happening to a lot of things right now. It's exciting. It's exciting to be in this space. And we were just kind of previously talking about how quickly things move, right? One day in crypto is like I don't know. It's kind of like it just flies by. You know what I mean? A week flies by, a month flies by. But I guess getting back to Meet.One a little bit, the reason why I really like what you guys are doing is because you're one of the Asian block producers that really has a good community outreach. You guys have really taken the time to reach out to not only the Asian community, but the English-speaking community as well, and are quite involved. And you've also built some really cool kind of dApps and resources that we'll dive into a little bit. Do you mind just kind of talking a little bit about some of the things that Meet.One has done to reach out to the English-speaking community, and then, of course, why perhaps that's important to you guys?
Definitely. Actually, very nice question. And actually, before, all responsibilities for reaching a broad market like a Western market was on me. But right now, I share these responsibilities with my few colleagues. One of them is Susan, Eve, and Xiao Wei. Xiao Wei is Chinese name. So basically, we're trying our best to reach the client, our user, through the UI, through the user interface. This is our first target. And we build mobile application. In such case, this is the most useful thing and the most, people maybe do not have sometimes laptop. Maybe they do not carry laptop with them, but everyone have their own phone. So Meet.One on phone should be the most useful, really, really hard application. So I'll show you here. Maybe someone didn't saw it. So basically, why we focus on this? Because from our point of view, there is two different kinds of users, like individuals, which get into the cryptocurrency or blockchain or EOS. One individuals, they study deeply things, and they hardly to invest money into the crypto. They kind of trying to study technology to understand it for a couple of years. They think it's very risky thing, and they really hardly get into this. Another kind of people is like was me before. They don't know anything. They drop some money inside. They look how it goes. They try to check different experience. They try to interact. They try to start it another way by the using. So we're reaching this kind of people who are not really willing to study all these deep technology things. They maybe don't need to know like how the RAM works, how is going with the voting in the deep technology things. But they know basic things, that there is a RAM, you can make transaction with it, just taking in some RAM. There is the wall producers, you can stake your EOS and vote for wall producers. There is a EOS, which have zero fee of transaction, and you can send to another people and just do not pay any transaction fee. And this is amazing. And you're receiving it in the same second as you send it. So this is cool thing by technology, basically. There is no competitors in the world. We're in this thing. So we share these basic things through UI. Also, additional other things, the program is called More.One. More.One is additional application. I'll send link later. Sorry, my wife called it. I'll call it. All right. So More.One is additional application would give possibility to people to grab airdrops and to get airdrops. And we're getting some airdrop from the project. Why are we doing this? Because basically airdrop, people doing once. They're doing snapshot and people getting airdrops on their wallets. They see some airdrop over there, they can keep it or they can trade it out. Right now you have on Meet.One wallet, we have already a few decks which you can trade out your airdrop straight from the wallet just right away. Just you get into you can trade out. But we do in different way. We're sending airdrop additionally to our users. For example, 7 times. It means we taking a portion and sending portion by portion. In such case, people still excited to get next airdrop next day.
Of course.
From the same project. A little bit. And they're studying it more deeper. The chance they go link on the website and will study this and go register through this is much higher. So we give possibility for the projects to get greater exposure, to have greater exposure on our community, especially Western project, but they're necessary to have it here in Asia and China.
Really smart. What I'm kind of hearing you say is that you've got, of course, your experienced crypto user, but the people that you're trying to engage with the More.One app, which we'll talk about a little bit more, and of course your easy to use wallet, which is really easy to use, are the kind of people who are still on the fence. They've heard about crypto. They haven't quite made the leap. And here's this really super simplified wallet that gets them interacting with crypto, put some stuff in there for free so that they take the time to study the project. So essentially these applications that you guys have made are they're kind of built to increase adoption and to get people interested, right?
Yes. Yeah, you are totally right. And what is the hardest thing? The most tough thing that we are facing cold user, totally cold user. So basically we are facing the user who wasn't in the crypto before, and chance that he will get to the crypto is pretty hard. But we're trying to do this thing because what we see right now is 75,000 people in main EOS chat. Another chats about 3,000, 6,000, 2,000 and less people. And these people are rolling around like a ball. They communicating, talking to each other. But the community is not expanding, it's not growing. It's necessary someone watching outside and bring newcomers, new people to the projects. Because if we will I talk to you about my project, you already know it, you talk it to me. There is no way we share this knowledge with another people. But what is our target? What is our idea? We are right now in a bearish market, and the bearish market won't change to the bullish market until new people will come to this field, until new people will study crypto, will study what is blockchain, what is Bitcoin, start looking videos, searching, reading different books, searching different information. Is very important. I think it's very important thing. Additional thing. Yeah, additional thing what we are doing, we also trying to educate them through the using using kind of our application. What is this? So basically, when they use it, we're giving them tips. For example, we have Twitter, and on Twitter, we're making screenshot, record short video, how to get Airdrop, for example, how to register a new account, how to send EOS to your friends, how to migrate project in the end from the ERC20 to the EOS, because people need to do that. They want to do that. What additional things we will make? We'll have payable service for making your own smart contracts. For example, different things. For example, you want to schedule transaction. You make a scheduled transaction. So we can help you with this. And many additional things we will have through the one portal. So basically, we're cooperating with another block producers, with another project and apps, and we making a mix. It's like a salad of different projects on one wallet. So how introduce Meet.One? My team introduces like a portal to the EOS ecosystem. I'm introducing this more simpler way. Meet.One is a home for your money, and your money no need to leave your home. So you keep your assets in your home, and it's the most safest place. In same time, when you want to trade, you can trade through the DX, decentralized exchange. You just go to the SouthX, or you go to the NewDex or another. You just click there, and it's already showing the assets on your wallet. So you don't need to transfer your assets to the centralized exchange. It's much more safer. It's much more safety than transfer somewhere, losing somewhere keys, missing the address, kind of this thing. And you're owner of your assets. You owner of your destiny. You know, it not belongs to someone.
Yeah.
So
sure.
Yeah. So what is right now I'm concerned about? Is about the voting system right now, that many centralized exchanges, I do not say that centralized exchanges are bad or something like this. The centralized exchanges are really good. They are also portals to newcomers to the ecosystem.
Yeah.
Because through the centralized exchange is the easiest way to come to the crypto. And people speculating is the first thing people doing. Later, they're studying in other things and getting into the world, to the technology. But first thing is greed and fear, trading charts.
Yeah.
So, but what we see right now, that some exchanges can have possibility to use votes of the users to vote of different block producers, and this kind of brings unfair thing. So, and we're concerning about this a little bit, but we think it's a question of time. With the time, people will start using new technology as decentralized exchange, and people will just transfer their assets back to their wallet, to their home, so they can trade it exactly from the home to different coins. And latest news, I heard about Binance. They also say, "Oh, we're gonna do decentralized exchange right now." It was just a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
And I think they're kind of like need to be a bit in rush, because a lot of people already made it.
It's true.
And people really start trading it.
There's tons of DEXs out there for sure. And I've actually interviewed a couple of them. I'm really big fans of EOS. I think they do a great job. It's good. But I think it's cool, and I think you're right. I think they're the fact that exchanges can use people's tokens to vote provides an unfair advantage. And I think that when people are putting in the time, and I think that Meet.One does put in the time. I think you guys have developed some good apps. I didn't really understand that adoption was kind of behind what you guys were thinking, but it all makes sense, and it really is a gateway to adoption. So I think that you guys are putting in the time, and I think you guys are putting in the work, which I really, really like. And I see that coming from you guys into the community. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk to you today, and it's one of the reasons why I appreciate you. I guess another question that I wanted to know is, of course, living in China and dealing with the Chinese community, there's a few cultural differences, of course, from kind of the Western world. When you guys are doing marketing and when you guys are kind of speaking to both cultures, do you approach things the same, or are there kind of some subtle nuances in between the way that you might speak to the Western world versus the way that you might transmit something to the Chinese world? Are people more receptive to certain things, or is it very much the same?
Basically, I can tell you a thing. I used to travel around the world a lot. I used to live in Denmark before for a couple of years and traveling around the Europe. And I understand one thing. People around the world, all the same. We have two eyes, one nose, one mouth, 2 ears. We all the same. Just we have different views and different visions. And our visions are totally different. So the point of this, you cannot, you need to got a kind of approach is pretty similar. You need to talk to people. You need to explain what you are doing. You need to negotiate with them. You need to know what they want, ask them, hear them, listen to them. And the problem is different tools and language barrier. Because in the Western world, there is ideologic guys and also the guys who want to do business. In China, it's the same. In China, it's huge amount of volunteers working on IMAC, and they don't have anything, and they're excited about to do these things because it's social project. EOS is not just a coin, and many people say it's a social project which people doing together. And right now I see that the borders between block producers and the projects erased. And you actually, Maddie, one of the example. You know, you're working on a few projects, it means there is no borders between projects. For example, sometimes I'm communicating with another block producers more than with my team. And because we are good friends, we're talking to each other often. We have the same topic to talk. We exchange opinions. And for us, it's very nice, and we're excited about that. So I think in future there will be no big frames between this is block producer, this one, this one, this one. The people start cooperating and doing projects together, so they spend a lot of time in common goal and doing common things. And from the Chinese community, there is different frames and different social media. So using this social media, you need to have this approach, like this way. Using social media in the Western world, you need to do this way. In China, you need to speak Chinese and do it with the Chinese mentality, have Chinese etiquette. In Western one is different. Is kind of, there is no silver bullet how to do that, but I think when we're talking to our community and we send in news, we do not hesitate to send news from many different block producers and to say that good words from them. And we're trying to take the third party, like do not involve in some arguments or kind of this. For sure, if we have opinion about some topic and think this is unfair thing, or this is to be better to do such way, then we're writing our own article and share to the people what we think about it. But we always share articles and share different news from another projects and BPs, and this is very important. And for example, airdrops is a good example. We're just calling the guys, you need to be exposed around the world. You're doing good thing for our community. You give them airdrops. We're doing good thing for you. We're making you good exposure. And sending airdrops with using our own RAM, no one doing this, only us.
I like the fact that you guys have kind of that community spirit. It is a small world out there, and the best way to get things done is to communicate and cooperate. So I think that that's definitely the right approach. And it's good to know that things aren't all that different, maybe just different social media, and your approach is relatively the same with everybody. Ultimately, you just have to connect, right? I want to talk to you about something. I did a white paper review, and I want to talk to you about the Meet.One token, because I don't know if too many people have dug into it, but I did take the time to dig into it. and I did do a white paper review on it. And when I did, I realized that it's actually a really, really cool project because, as I understand, I need you to correct me if I'm wrong, you guys are creating a developer chain that's going to be cheaper to use and to test things on, and then you're going to take kind of some of the best dApps, and then you're going to incubate them, and you're going to kind of bring them up and kind of bring them along and kind of help developers who may not have the same resources but really good ideas build their projects and kind of unleash them into the world. And then I think the second part was you're also going to do kind of a token leasing platform as well. Am I correct on that? Or how does the Meet.One project work?
All right, I can explain this. Sharing resources is one of our ideas, because from our point of view, you need to give people something, then they will be glad to work with you. They will give you back. So from my point of view, I'm trying to not ask people, hey, can we cooperate together? You give me this, I give you this. I propose to people, we give you this. And then let's see what the result will have. One example, I start cooperating with EOS Arabia, but not exactly EOS Arabia. One person from EOS Arabia Telegram group just connect with me and say, we're in Egypt, they're in Egypt. And she said, we have a course for new students, young people to study cryptocurrency, but they don't have money to open new wallet on EOS. Can you give us some EOS, like invitation codes, so we can do it for them? And we knew that there is no market, there is no whales, there is no big money there. So, but there is some users who are willing to study that. Actually, Egypt is not so wealthy country.
Of course.
So we just share this invitation codes with them. And they said, all right, we will record some video and we'll say thank you for the Meet.One for this thing, because it's really saving a lot of cost for us. This is kind of way of cooperation. The question about the sidechain is called, like, some people call it daughter chain, because it's connected to the mother network. The thing is, of this plan, and the actually white paper, we need to update a little bit, because is a bit you always need to update one white paper once a month, once in 2 months is normal thing. About the sidechain, it was planned from the beginning, before the mainnet, that we will have it. And this is kind of portal for new developers to come to the market, because they don't have. So we predict that the RAM price will be high. We knew in the beginning that it will be like this situation with it. So new project cannot afford it. It will be not for free. And we already working on it. One of the projects we're cooperating is our CTO. He cooperated on Kylin network. It's a Kylin sidechain, which is a really great project and developing very fast. And they working hard. They working 12 hours a day, like every day. And what is the point of this? The point of this that we help these new developers, young people who don't have money but have brilliant mind, yes, to try themselves on this, to do something, to create something. Maybe they will fail, but if they fail, they won't fall too hard, because the price for the RAM will be not so expensive. So there always should be some trial projects. And in the same time, our portal will be filtered for those projects who are better, to filter from the projects who are not so developed, so not so good yet. Yeah. So in such case, you can protect, it's kind of protection for the users on the mainnet from the projects in future, which will come a lot, which are not developed yet. In the same time, is opportunity to find investor, to find the person who want to invest to your project, because this project need to be invested even on a small scale on the side chain. If they want to be on the main chain, they need to be invested by an investor. So investors can come and meet. So why it's called Meet.One? Because they can meet on the side chain together. So that's why it's called Meet.One. Yeah.
I like it. I think it's a cool idea. And I think the fact, like,
Yeah, and additionally, how it's gonna look like? We have a wallet, right? So in our wallet, we'll have a tab in which you have the apps, like Apple Store. You know, you have App Store, you have Google Market Store, and we will have DX Store, in which you can go into this thing and search for different DX for projects on the sidechain or on the mainnet, and then find it and just check it, click on it, and study it by yourself. So we will propose the people to go through the mobile and go watch and search for all these things.
Really cool. I like it. I like it. I didn't know too much more about that. When are you guys planning on launching that? Like, when is the sidechain going to go live?
About the sidechain, we're still working on it, and we're waiting for IBC, inter-blockchain connection.
Yep.
Because it's important that the sidechain communicating with the mainnet. This is connector is very important thing. If not, then it will be like a Warbly or Telus, a totally new sidechain which have different settings, which people like or don't like. They can decide by themselves. Is another project.
I'm a huge fan of both of those projects. I love them both. I think that sidechains are a good thing. EOS was meant to have sidechains, and that's what it was created for. I talked to Thomas Cox, who actually said that Dan Larimer himself said he didn't know why there weren't more sidechains. So I think that it's a good idea. I think it's part of the ecosystem, and I think that I don't see...
You're right. Yes, you're right. Some people criticizing sidechains, but I do not see a point of criticizing it. It's a normal thing. People making fork of the chain and just doing their project as they like. This is open source, and open source means you can use it. And yeah, this is the rules of the game. Why people need to criticize another projects. I'm not criticizing Ethereum or another thing. It's because it's not nice. Ethereum did a very good job. No one did it before Ethereum before. But time is going and step in new technologies on a new age. So technology rules. That's the point. So if you have better solution, why not?
Exactly. And I think that a lot of these projects are still amicable with EOS. I think that they still, this is what it was intended to do. They have good relationships. Actually, I do some interviews for Warbly, and I'm involved with the project a little bit. But I want to see all projects on EOS win. I don't think that that's a bad thing. I don't think that there's not a single project out there, nor a side chain, that I don't want to see do well. And it boils back to kind of what you were talking about. It's just a big community. And I think that everybody who goes and puts himself on the line to do something with the same software deserves a shot. So I'm a huge fan of sidechains, and I like the Meet.One idea in particular. I think that it's going to be really cool when it comes out. And I think that you guys are going to help incubate some like young, hungry talent who just doesn't have the proper resources to be able to make things happen. So I think that it's actually going to be a really big benefit to the ecosystem, and I'm really looking forward to seeing that project kind of move along. I wanted to ask you guys a little bit about Meet.One itself. I want to ask you, what are some of your values? What are some of kind of the directives behind Meet.One? What's kind of some of your core values and your core principles as a block producer?
First of all, with technical team and our value, we should be a block producer, and we have been a block producer in the past. But right now, this is hard competition thing, so we actually do not looking on the rank on the BPs, because I don't think it's necessary. People need to value, users need to value. And if there is a whales involved, it's hard to be objective. I don't think the votes right now is objective. Is totally not objective. Mm-hmm. So our value is to produce blocks as a block producer. We know how to do that, and we can do it very nice. And we keep saying people vote for us, cooperate with us. Our doors are open for new projects and for different kind of corporations. Is the answer for another block producers. For the users, we willing to bring the best users experience for our users. This is our task. our users should be happy and should stay in with us and stay with EOS and go into the projects. And we always reading the feedbacks and talking to the different people. There is a lot of different authority guys who like bring in opinion to us and give us feedbacks about our things. Sometimes feedbacks is not so brilliant, but we really like it because it's honest feedbacks and we really appreciate it. So if we need some changes to make some changes, we'll just considering how to make it better, how to bring the best experience, how to get to the target, to the user's target, to the less clicks in application. So it's less time consuming. You get it everything in your hand with your wallet. So this is the thing with the product. With a sidechain is important in future because we always looking forward. We're not looking under our legs. We're looking ahead. What we're gonna do next is bringing new projects and collecting them together with community. So what we're doing right now is really bearish market and many people is really hard times for many guys. So during this time, we trying to find different projects which have own community. For example, this is successful projects in the past, but not in blockchain. Yeah. And they have huge community behind them. It means the people who already go behind these projects, and we just take an entire project, which is like ordinary business project, some media company or some kind of video resources, and trying to get it involved in the blockchain, into EOS. And this is I think is a really nice approach to get into the like people just okay, they are users, they use an interface. They should be users. Sometimes you don't need to give them extra information, they cannot get it. You just make their experience nice. Let them use it cool. Let them feel that they are really great, they really like it. They really like this wallet in like playing with the airdrops or find different games on EOS, playing bats or playing different underworld or kind of different games. And this is a cool thing. With this kind of small tricks, people are really excited. They want to share this with them, their referral programs. They can earn something with it. So it's like the gaming sphere, the money involved in it. In my young time, there was a Counter-Strike. You just running around shooting guys and that's all. Of course. Right now you can run Counter-Strike with shooting guys and earning money with that. Isn't it cool? I think it's cool.
Yeah, I think, I don't remember, and I could be misquoting, it might even have been Dan Larimer who said that the best dApps are the ones that kind of remove the blockchain element from it, to the point that the users don't even really know that the blockchain is involved so much, right? And I think that's kind of a good market to go after. Things that can benefit from the blockchain that aren't necessarily on them right now. I guess like if everything goes well for you guys, where are you guys sitting in like 3 years? So everything goes well, you've got the wallet up, you guys have finally gotten some recognition for some of the work that you guys are doing, you're back, you're in the top 21, you're producing blocks, you know what I mean? And you're doing kind of community work. Like what's kind of the ideal situation for you moving forward into the future?
From one point, we'll help new projects to be listed on EOS. So our wallet will exist and will grow with the amount of new users. So we will just polish it and make it better. We'll add new languages and we will add more Telegram groups to support these languages. We will have a sidechain tab in our application, so people can go and find all projects which listed on the sidechain, on EOS, on Meet.One sidechain. So they can go there and just click and find all these things. And we want more projects. We want more projects coming to us and cooperate with us. So what we would like to do, we will try to guide, as I said before, guide these projects into EOS. Till in 3 years, I think EOS will change a lot. An additional thing what we'll add in a wallet in the future, I think, is kind of a merchandising thing. So you can go and buy goods with our wallet outside. this I think is a really nice thing. You just take in your wallet and go outside and go buy fruits or buy something. Because in China, everyone using WeChat. Actually, I can open you one thing. Here is no cash. I'm using cash once a month when I need to pay or bills for the oil, like for the buy gas on the gas station. Only this place. Another place you go taxi, you have WeChat. You open your wallet in your WeChat or your Alipay, and they scan your QR code and they scan you to transfer them the transaction. So sometimes it's totally different. Here is no cash, paper money. People paying by the wallet, by the phone. So everything on the phone. So when I'm getting out from the house, I have phone and keys from the cars. I don't have wallet. I don't need wallet. I don't need credit card. Credit card is banded to the WeChat wallet, and is working all right.
You guys are one step away from adoption already. I had no idea. That's crazy. It's just a matter of incorporating the blockchain into these applications, which is essentially what you're doing. That's really cool to hear. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really hard to compete with the ordinary centralized technologies right now, because blockchain should be faster, should be better, and it's hard. It's not so easy to build. Smart contracts is not many people know how to do that. So it's not average thing. It's pretty complicated thing for the people. But in future, it will get in more and more and more. And the thing is behind this is ideology of libertarians, that this money without borders, there is no authority in it. And this is what we're excited for. And that's why I am excited about this, because I'm from Ukraine and I saw many bad hard times for my country, for people really was in hard times. After USSR was broke, people lose their money. And one day you want to buy an apartment, second day you can buy boots for the same money. It's hard devaluation. So there is no chance. If there is a human being involved in printing money, there is no chance to be safe about this.
Yeah, it's true. It's interesting to learn how money kind of functions in other countries. It seems like essentially you just have to keep doing what you're doing, finding developers. And if China is right on the brink of, if you're using an application, a centralized application, all you have to do is just bring them over to EOS. And it sounds like you guys are getting closer and closer to doing that every day. I really do. I do like Meet.One. I've dealt with them a few different times, or representatives thereof. I think that the More.One application is really cool. I encourage people to go out and try that. I also encourage people to use the Meet.One wallet because it's super user friendly. I think the sidechain is going to be a really big deal. I think that's a service to the ecosystem in itself. And I just think you guys do a really good job of kind of reaching out to both the Asian and the English communities. And I really encourage people to consider you for their next vote for that reason. And of course, anybody who's looking to do a project or looking to get involved with Meet.One, make sure you go and check them out. I'm going to post all of your links and everything from your Telegram to your website to some of the links for your applications. I guess before I sent you off to enjoy your day, I know you got some more interviews and stuff ahead. Did you have any final messages for the EOS community, or any final messages that you wanted to kind of send out as a block producer?
Sorry. I would like to share. We got a new interface on the More.One, sure. And here is like this. So you can see it's very colorful. Can you see?
I have. I've actually used it. I have it.
Is very colorful, and you can withdraw your airdrops on your Meet.One wallet, and they just have it in one day. Just withdraw in one day, because we have a kind of contract and a guy who doing helping with that. So it's very nice. We're promoting right now Wizard, Mora Club, ADT, EOS Bad, a lot of projects which hot right now.
Yeah. Very
simple, big buttons. So you will not miss with the finger this button, and it's very colorful. And here is, and it's really nice to have two kind of projects cooperating together and just help each other. And we're really excited about another projects to cooperate with. SouthX, I did interview for them. They also listed on us. new DEX, one of the first who was listed as the X. And EOS Park, and right now I'm talking with Blocks.io to be on our wallet as well. So it's cool, like people just getting everything about EOS in one wallet, just click, 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 click. Okay, I don't need to go some internet, some tabs. It's easy to open, very fast to open. Yeah, sorry, I interrupt you. What was your question?
I love the wallet, and like you're preaching to the choir. I'm not joking. I have that. I use it all the time. It's cool the way that you kind of built a bridge and you made it easy for people. And then of course, like you're helping people kind of get into EOS. You're bringing people in the ecosystem, and then you've got all these projects. And for anybody who doesn't know, like there's free tokens. You walk into the application, you just push the button, and they pop right up. They come into your account. You can go and claim free tokens every single day. So I really do. I like that. I like the application. I encourage people to go check it out. It's super cool. It's easy to use, and it's kind of a service that you guys have put together, connecting projects with people, getting people curious about different things. So I do like it. My question was mostly, do you have anything that you would kind of say to the EOS community, either as a block producer or just to the EOS community in general? Is there any kind of message that you'd like to get out?
Yeah, message very simple. Guys, do not look at the price. price of the coin, price of the token, like on exchange, is not connected to technology, is not connected to the real life right now. It's a speculation price. It lives in its own life over here. The project is here, this price speculating over here. So it's different things. And if you are a believer and you know what you're doing and you like this project, just go with this. Yeah. And if you think it's not growing, something wrong, okay, yeah, take time, come on. Because everything, there is a rule, there is a law of the market, and you cannot break it. Market decide how to go to price. But the community and projects go doing their own life. We still not so big capitalization of the market, so it's a really early stage. And I think just what we need to do, we need to get more people involved and more people know about this. Just share the knowledge. If I knew about the blockchain 5 years ago, definitely I would be here. But the problem that I didn't get into this sphere because I didn't have people who tell me, or I didn't search for this information. I was in another field, but I'm really excited about the things. Is new world. I think is a new order. What EOS doing is new order. It can happen. Just we need to be smart and we need to be just believe what we are doing. This is very important. This is my message.
It's a good message. Honestly, it's a good message. I think I was talking to Dominic the other day from Warbly, and he said that the entire market capitalization, like we're so young right now that the entire market capitalization wouldn't even be within the top 100. So Fortune 100 companies, not even with the entire market capitalization. So it's just like everything is in its infancy right now. And I agree with you. I think cryptocurrency, EOS in particular, is undeniable. I think it's the future, and I think the future looks good. So you're right. We're in a bearish market right now, and people need to focus on building the technology, building those links in between adoption rather, and function. And I think that the rest will come. So I think that's a really good point. I think it's a really good point to end off with. I'm going to make sure that I put all your links below. I'm going to encourage people to go visit you guys on Telegram. What's the easiest way to get a hold of you? Usually kind of Telegram. I'll add everything for your website and your white paper and all that kind of stuff. But if somebody wants to get involved with your project, where's the easiest place to find you right now?
Telegram is the best place. We always respond on Telegram. We have admins. Eve, she's my colleague. She's working as admin on Telegram, and also she's cooperating on Twitter. Sometimes I'm replying there, but really seldom. And yeah, Telegram for the Western world works, and Twitter as well. Twitter and Telegram. And for Chinese community, we have Weibo and WeChat, WeChat official account. People can ask us questions, no problem. We always wish to share it.
Dmitri, I want to thank you and just say thank you very much for taking the time to sit down and chat with me today. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I do support you guys. I like what you're doing. I like the application. I love the adoption, and I think you guys have the right attitude. I hope everybody goes out and gives you a vote, because I think you guys deserve it, and I just appreciate all the hard work you've been putting in.
Thank you, Matt. It's a nice conversation. Actually, I didn't feel it as an interview. I feel like we're just talking like conversation, that's all.
That's
really nice. I wish you good luck with the EOS Costa Rica. I heard Costa Rica is an amazing country, is a green country which choose do not burn own resources and make kind of ecology tourism over there. I'm really excited about this because my background is biologist, and I know something about ecosystems and the entire world and how it should be. And I'm really glad that you have me today and we talk like this. I wish you to see you maybe next stop when I will be, I think in November, I will be in Norway, in Oslo. There will be meetup, and maybe I will come to hackathon in San Francisco if you will be there, so we can catch up over there.
That would be great. I'll definitely be making my way to some events in the near future. I'm not sure about San Francisco, but I will be. I'll definitely be finding my way to some events. I promise you that. And I know EOS Costa Rica is going to be doing some surf camps because I'm going to be doing their media. So they're going to be hosting a bunch of events where they're going to have people from all over the world come out. They're going to do a little work on EOS, and then they're going to go and they're going to hit the waves, and they're doing. It's called EOS Surf. It's a really cool thing that they've been kind of cooking up. So maybe you can make your way out from one of those.
I tried surfing a couple times. The longest time I was on the board, I think like 15 seconds. But that's because we don't have special waves here in China. We have kind of not really hard, like 2 meters and a bit massive waves. So you need to have proper waves to study it. Really nice. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
Pleasure, my friend. I look forward to hopefully speaking to you again soon. And I wish you the best, and stay in touch, okay?
Keep in touch. Thank you, Matt. Goodbye.
Yeah, bye-bye, my friend.